What's happening, y'all boys? And this is a guide for the fight Cauldron. Well, to get there, basically, you would have to, teleport to Karamja. So you would go from the Lodestone, and, you'll just run north. Right? And I'm gonna speed up this section. Head east. Alright, then you'll arrive to the city, right? So once you're at the Dazar City, you would get inside. And from here, you'll head north, and then this is where you want to go. All the way over here. And assuming you already have it unlocked, this is why you're doing it. So, right, you would head north. From the entrance, head east. If you had bladed dive and surge, it'll be a lot faster, but this is what it looks like just running. Alright, so continue heading south, well, east. And here we are. Alright, so once you're here, you don't have to have the best equipment, essentially. At the moment, I have Blightbound's Superior Deathloader's armor, Fleet Boots, and the Banes, Big Boy Cape, Jazz Book, Ring of Vigor. You can opt out for lesser gear if you don't have it, which you should strive to get. But, once you're here, you would enter the Fight Cauldron. You can't bring a familiar in here. It won't pop up even if you do have it on. So, this is what the Fight Cauldron looks like. You have a bank here, and what I recommend to even have here is range equipment. Like anything that you can fight something at a range. So you can literally have the range equipment, bows, crossbows. Or you can, if you want to use magic, you can use magic setup. Like, wand and orb, magic armor, a staff. But for me, I like range here because, it's nice. So, regarding the inventory, you don't need big boy PVM stuff for this. They don't hit hard. So you can just bring, good amount of food, some brews. Because the main mechanic that does hurt here is these plates. These plates are gonna do about 2400 damage to you. If you have tank armor, it does 2400, but if you don't, it hits a little higher. But honestly, you would just pass through this hot vendor and just really just start killing the Takhars and pretty much all that. And then down here, you would obtain obsidian shards. It varies on the amount. I'm pretty sure there's an exact way to figure out how much you're gonna get. But in reality, if you just hear, like, face value, you're just gonna continue here to how many shards you need. So, you see how the plates are shining? So the ones that shine, that's the ones you need to run from. So you see how these two right here are shining, but the one you're on is not? That means you're fine. But if you do stand on it, you're gonna take heavy damage. And let me just show you how much and I'll show you how much you take. With 1, 2, 3 pieces of tank armor. And since it's mage. So here's the glowing, and you see I'm taking 2400s rapidly. It hurts, so you gotta move fast. This isn't really like a little D&D or mini game that you can like play around on. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll die fast here. And if you die, you lose half of the obsidian shards you gained. But other than that, that's basically Fight Cauldron in a nutshell. You just fight all the Talkhar, Sar, and the Zekhar that like you've seen like regularly, like the dog, the melee guy, the range, the mage, the little one, and that's really it. And occasionally, like I think after like a long period of time, you would fight the literal Talkhar. Like, you know, the main guy that you would see in the Elder Kiln, you would speak to him and he'll have a challenge for you. And the main thing with that is you would have to fight him, and then when he goes underneath this like liquid that's pouring out of this mouth over here, you have to stun him, because it even tells you to stun him and he'll stop the healing. And that's it. That's really the Fight Cauldron in a nutshell. So regarding the drops for here, you can also get the equipment, like, you know, the obsidian shield and everything else. And regarding the fight that you would have with Talkhar Hawk, this is what I'm talking about. So once he spawns, you can talk to him and he'll challenge you, right, to a duel. So, you know, of course, you know what's happening. So you'll accept the duel, and this is what happens. Pray melee immediately, because he hits like a truck. So, you know, you would just do regular DPS. You know, do some regular DPS. So as soon as he says he gotta regenerate, you know, build up to a stun. Or if you got a regular stun, stun him. Stun him as soon as that happens. Right? So you see how, like, the regeneration stopped? So yeah. Keep attacking. And that's it. That's literally how you do the challenge for him. And then regarding his drop, he drops an antique lamp, and it gives you 20,000 into the style of combat that you would want. So, you know, pretty much combat related skills, and that's it. Alright, so when you're done with collecting how many you get, all you gotta do is pass through the hot vent door, and that's it. And then you'll collect all the shards that you have obtained. And regarding making your obsidian armor, pretend like you know if you're doing Skal Zuck, you would basically go to any furnace or a smithing anvil, and once you have all your shards that you need, you know, you would just click the interface, and you would go down to specialist or smelting, click the obsidian bar, and it'll say you need 12 obsidian shards to equal 1 bar. So, you know, once you do that, you would have your obsidian bar, and you know, if you want to create your armor, like I have here, like I got the plate body, plate legs, the mage helm, and ranger, you would come down here to miscellaneous smithing, the obsidian bar, and you would choose what you would want to make. And there you go. That's how you do it.